Oops. 4 bounties. Easy 1,000 gold advantage for Winstrike. But that means if they die, they're gonna feed away more gold. Well, definitely Morph, I don't think he can die. He could just harass, especially once he gets level 3, level 5. He's gonna have higher damage than the Ember Spirit. So let me just check. Adaptive Strike, multiple. Depends how much agi he has, but Flame Guard, he should be able to take it off on level 1. Level 2, it's gonna be really hard, especially if he decides to max it out, have 3 points on level 3. So Ember Spirit will probably try to play aggressive there. Also, Morph can't waveform out of the Searing Chains anymore. So that's a huge buff for Ember Spirit. The one thing that concerns me about OBG as a team, I remember Vanskor playing so well on heroes that need great positioning. Oracle, for example. He always bought those healing salves. Toss back on him, but the downside of Vanskor is sometimes he's just he's playing the position 6. Like, he does not have boots sometimes for 15 minutes. No, he can't dive.
First blood from a stone.
I mean, he can dive if Grimstroke misses his Stroke of Faith. It did not connect. Oh my god. Batrider, he's gonna get that regen after the kill. Yeah, he's pushing out the wave with the Flame Guard. I think he's gonna max it out so he can die. A lot of spell damage on OBG early on. Might not necessarily need to max it, put 1 more point and then you can go for slide.
I understand your quest, Chaos.
Yeah, they need to try to pull the lane back, but so far they're blocking the side camp whenever they can. So Vanskor knows what's up. Also, Grimstroke as 5. I think this hero kind of fits the 5 profile right now because he got nerfed so much. And you need levels on this hero, that's the thing. They have a lot of kill potential if they can get the combo off. But it's hard because you're playing against Batrider. Slow turn rate on both of these heroes. They're gonna go right now. Stun tossed, only 1 second.
This is got a message from on high. You're dead.
Yeah, Milan already has a bottle. Runes are gonna spawn in 25 seconds. Has another back toss.
Will my labors live on?
Yeah, it's stronger lane, so they are playing it really well. Milan is gonna pick up those 2 bounty runes. Let's see who's gonna pick. So another 3 on side of Winstrike. So far 7 for 1 in terms of runes, which kind of, we can see why 2000 network lead for Winstrike. G also. Well, the thing is, they don't have a hero that can rotate to that lane. Usually, if your hero is having a really bad matchup, you're just trying to swap, but right now, neither Doom does well, nor Morphling. They're gonna pop the Shrine. Also, you have Enigma, who's jungling, so that's a big of a deal, because he can't rotate either. Only level 3 so far. The way you play with Enigma as position 4, you get that Helm of the Dominator, and then you start to rotate. Pressure the tower, most likely you're gonna get it around siege creep timing, and then you try to grab a kill. Your offlaner, since he's getting all the solo XP, he's gonna get that level 6, and that's when the rotation comes from. And if team is experienced enough, they should know about it. Sick, bro. Magic wand, 7 minutes in. It's a tough game for him, and if you look at their whole lineup, all these heroes are really level dependent, and they need so much time. Enigma, Morphling, CK. Like, with the build that CK usually goes for nowadays with Max and Chaos Strike, he wants to farm. He wants to get that Hand of Midas so he can keep farming. But I'm not sure who's gonna make space for this team. Yeah, that was not the greatest math, for sure. He tried to make a turnaround play because they had a lot of sticky napalm charges, but sadly Tiny did not have any mana to work with. He's gonna try to stack some jungle. Also, Nangrata, building all these small, cheap items, Raindrop to block some of the damage, Magic Wand, you see Crown going straight into drums to keep the pressure. Yeah, it's hard because Lifestealer harasses him, but the Devour level 3, it's... Oppa, there's the Doom. But do they have enough damage? Yeah, well, Illidan realizes that he can't do much on the bottom lane. They might swap things around right now. Doom was popped, and the Doom is way tankier than a CK. Also has more region, more movement speed, so he can maybe play the bottom lane right now. Since they yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Dragons.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant
This is CIS Dota that I wanted to see. A lot of mistakes, a lot of overextension. Ember Spirit, he's gonna pick up bounties. Another 4 bounty runes for Winstrike. Well, OBG definitely needs to work on their bounty game. Well, maybe they can pick a bounty hunter, so at least they're gonna get one.
Just check that out. Wonderful. Now you can hear me inclined. I'm sorry, guys. My mistake. Lacoste, you were on top of
Again,
it. I wasn't.
Alright. Well, I'm not changing my settings, so everything is fine. Even though
It's on mine. It's on
even
me.
though I tend to check them out before the game starts. Now I didn't, but it still works fine. Good guy, Lacoste. Always
What a
healthy,
guy.
always positive, always has something nice to say, even though he says a lot of mean stuff, but we forgive him.
Yeah, that's right.
Radiant's middle tower.
And this is the thing I was talking about. Grimstroke. Position 5, Van score on it. Has the budget boots only, Wind Lace.
He does get level 6 here. Are they going to have Doom back up soon? It's still a little ways away. And G just runs into Milan. Oh god, get out of there, buddy. He does get the Adaptive Strike switchover, but now the turnover gets the silence onto both of them. Adaptive Strike hitting onto both as well. But it's not quite enough damage as of yet. Belhor didn't get the double Malphus, but they will find the Hoof Stomp and see if they can find DNZ. It's only a Jakiro though, and well, they do kill him off. Can they take down any more? DM is there as well. They do have another Hoof Stomp in 10 seconds, but looks like G is just going to need to retreat. Batrider also moving into position, has the drums, can pop it now if he wants to. Has the flame break for the pushback. They'd already killed Illidan up in the top lane, and the Hoof Stomp comes back offline and they're out now. Or Nangrata chasing and they just walk into the black hole. Belhor punches them down. Nangrata is eventually going to fall. They just walked into a 2-person black hole, but it looks like they will take down Belhor with the DM Sleight of Fist. And, well, as you said, CIS Dota.
Yeah, overextension number 2. After number 10, we're gonna stop counting. We didn't talk about Lifestealer Silent. Again, very silent and always delivers, always has a lot of farm. Doesn't get the last hit on the tower, but doesn't matter. Has a good timing on head of Midas. 1,000 gold on top of it. So his Radiance timing is gonna be good. The thing is, Morphling can fight if he's fighting around either Ember Spirit or Tiny. He wants to use those spells. The bad thing is, Winstrike does not have good burst damage. So he can always try to morph out. No Blink Dagger on Batrider yet, so they can't really initiate on him and surprise him.
Where's the rest of the team? I mean, Illidan...
Team?
He had DM stunned under tower for forever, and nobody showed up.
Team?
Structures are fortified.
Bizarre. They just kill Vanscore in front of his carry, and there's nothing that Illidan can do about it. That's the type of feeling where it's just like, it feels like everything's kind of in a kerfuffle right now. And
Kerfuffle?
Winstrike, kerfuffle. That's the word.
Buffalo? Alright. It sounds like some American food. I don't know.
I think there is something called a kerfuffle. It probably has a lot of meat on
It's
it.
probably not edible.
It's probably not. 100 seconds till black hole. I mean, really, you need to get something out of this like Grimstroke ulti with Doom, because otherwise these heroes are just not providing anything to the game.
Scan gonna connect.
Nangrata's there, has the boots of travel, that movement speed with the drums as well, but they're gonna back out. And sort of getting set up on top, where it looks like Velhorn might not be long for this world. TP on cooldown, 4 seconds away, and that dude is super dead.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Easy execution. Now Milan took the bottom tower. They gave him space. He's getting closer to a Blink Dagger, 150
Radiant's
gold
bottom tower is
away.
under attack.
Well, he might sell Stout Shield and... yeah, it's not gonna... Well, sell Stout Shield, go back to base, and he's gonna have it.
Okay. Like he's pinging out the shrine.
Shrine, yeah.
That. Okay. So, kind of a weird one, though. You're seeing that Illidan is forced into going for this Vlad's build, and it feels like they're sort of promoting the Doom and the Morphling to that, like, position 1 farmish type thing, where really it's just gonna be about G on this Morphling carrying the
He can
game.
still scale, but thing about Vlad's is it opens up the Roche for them. So if they grab, they need to grab 2 kills to actually go for a Roche.
Okay. And that so often has been the way that these teams get back into the game, as either the opponent's taking a bad Roche fight or them being able to sneak one. So another round of bounty runes. Obagol got one.
Dire's middle tower is
All
under
right.
attack.
Might be 2 if they
It could
decide
be.
to climb uphill and actually get it. Well, I was just being generous when I said Vanskor is gonna have 15-minute boots.
Yeah.
I mean, it also depends on how many bounties your team picks up. They're not making it easy for him.
It's true. Definitely true. They're trading out towers right now, which is going to help him get some gold at least. But I don't think that this tier 1 alone is going to be enough for the boots. And in fact, with Tiny showing up, are they really trying to fight this? This seems really bold. They scanned and saw that there are people up on the high ground. Illidan is there. Go for the Ice Path, the Macro Pyre, Milan, toss back. Illidan might just die in front of all of them, but he gets the jump off, able to pop his ulti and try and run away. DM is on top of him, though, and does find that kill. G trying to take down one and see if they can get that kill into Milan, but he's able to walk away, and the Urn Charge and now the bottle heals him back up. Silent turns on to BZZ. They will have Doom back up again in a second if they want, but they've already lost the Grimstroke, so they don't have that combination either. G thankfully dodges the Ice Path, tries to TP away, but the chains are going to be there, and, well, he can morph back over, but I'm not sure if it's going to be enough, as G eventually falls as well. 8,000 gold. Winstrike just owning.
Gabe, let me tell you a story. It's a simple one. You can't win team fights if you don't use those team fighting ultis. Doom still up. Same goes for Black Hole. Enigma was in a really bad position. Didn't even have mana to pop it. They need to choose their fights more wisely.
Yeah, and, well, Enigma stayed down bottom, and they'll find him down bottom where they get the kill. And it just feels like the movement from Winstrike this game is just outclassing Obagol. I guess some of it could have been that disastrous landing stage, as they will find Chaos Knight, and Avalanche toss back onto 2. They jump out from the Infest. Silent still thinking about chasing here, and Illidan is not long for this world as he is tipped yet again. 1-6-3 feels bad, man.
And what's that smell? I can smell tilt. Yeah, they really seem tilted. A lot of these movements are unnecessary. 10,000 gold lead for Winstrike. They're playing really clean. As you mentioned, Urn of Shadows picked up on Jakiro, which kind of keeps them alive and actually enables this Tiny to go in, survive, and he can reinitiate with the Urn Charge. Also, he's putting a lot of pressure on these towers. They're executing their spells nicely in a team fight every single time. You see Ice Path, Macro Pyre, and the new, I'm gonna call it the new Avalanche, which kind of keeps you more in the Macro Pyre duration. So a lot of damage from that.
I mean, that's the thing about the new the new Avalanche, is that if you don't have a BKB, it's actually better than the old Avalanche, because you just can't move or cast spells to do anything during it, unless it has like 0 cast time. So it lasts for a longer period of time than it would have previously, and Milan has been playing this Tiny beautifully. I know you're a big Milan fan. He's staying on top of a ward right now, so it's not
Yep, justice for Milan. Oh, they're gonna catch another one. Good ulti.
Not bad. The Doom onto 2. Can they fully run them down, though? Velhor, in the meantime, does go down to DM. On the other side of the map, they pull back in. The Batrider get the 1-second stun. They really want these kills. And Batrider's actually just walking away, trying to take off this Phantom's Embrace. He does eventually die to it. That was close, though. Oof. Other side, Milan gets out.
Good kill, but that's not gonna help them out that much. They need a bigger kill. Lifestealer, 19-minute Radiance, Hand of Midas, Phase Boots, and those items are gonna start to pile up. I think he needs to get a Lincoln Sphere in this game, because that's the only kill threat. Come on, man. Not necessarily as a second item, but as I would love to see it as a third item. Also, Lifestealer kind of lacks some mana regen, so he could get it from it.
I agree. It might be the way to go. The other option, though, I guess, with this medallion that he's going for, is that it's going to allow him to take Rosh easier. As a team, they can do that, but it does seem like he's leaving himself open to getting killed off by a big Doom there. Vanskor dodges away from DM, who is going for a Lincoln Sphere himself, so maybe he's going to throw it on the Lifestealer.
Easy. The thing about the Doom, you need to have a lot of catch. Once you use it, you need to be able to run after them to get the maximum out of that Doom.
I think that Silent had his Radiance off when BZZ walked up to him, and now they turn to fight, maybe. G dives in. The rest of the team is there, though. They get the rage off, though, so that keeps him alive for the moment. DM seeing what he can do, seeing if he can control G, but it's not going to happen. Silent turns on to Illidan. They get the Phantom's Embrace, but it looks like this is going to be about it, unless DM can continue to chase, and actually does. He takes down Illidan, the Soulbind's onto 2, but there is no follow-up at all.
No shrine.
They find the kill onto Vanscore. G's still trying to run, switching over in that adaptive form, but cannot escape from the clutches of Winstrike. Well, again, just no mercy.
Are they stopping Milan with the initiation on that Doom?
Oh god, they got him caught yet again. Nongrada's chasing. All right, they're not going to go for it. A little bit of hesitancy.
Well, maybe we jinxed the Valor a little bit in this game. We can also blame the draft, I suppose, because they just lost the early stages. Bottom lane didn't go well. They did not have a good lane for a Batrider. Top lane, it's Doom plus Enigma. Most of the time, that Doom is just gonna be alone. Even though he is a strong laner, their carry is gonna get all the free farm in the world. Of pinging out this Doom with the invisibility on Ember Spirit, yeah, more than enough.
This just doesn't even feel close. I don't know. I mean, once you get this far ahead, I guess that's sort of what's going to happen naturally. But they've taken over all the map control, and Nova Gold really just don't have heroes that come back that well.
It is hard to execute this kind of a combo, and you're relying on Grimstroke and Doom to win a team fight, because Grimstroke didn't have boots for 17 minutes, so he can't be in a good position. Illidan,
they're just slowly gonna watch him burn. Oh, Ember and Batrider together, rooted in the Firefly. Jeez. How do you rate DM? He's kind of an unknown character for, I think, a lot of people right now in the world. Do you think that this guy is the real deal? How do you feel about him?
well, so far he's been playing good. I need to see more of him, but looks promising for sure.
Yeah.
Newcomers in Dota, we don't have enough new Sumails.
Yeah. You're telling me the DM is the next Sumail? That's what you're telling me here?
Nope. Well, maybe. But
I tried to.
Sometimes you need to be in a good team so you can perform better.
Oh, the blink away, the walk away, the root. Oh, but Gold, you can sense it. They just want this so badly. But it is not going to happen. Silent, brazenly walking in front of them. That's the thing, they're just so freaking quick, you can't catch up to them. And, well, the black hole, it connects onto 1. Where's the follow-up? They need to take him down. G trying to kill off Silent, but he's able to get the walk away. He will eventually fall. This fight's kind of looking okay for Overgold, but then it immediately turns back around, and they do not have the double doom, but they do find the 1 kill onto the Ember. So things looking not absolutely terrible for Old But Gold, at least in that fight.
I love what Filler did. He realized that he can use that black hole. Winstrike, they're gonna reposition.
Oh god, and now the Ice Path connecting onto 2, but this is all damage over time, and these heroes are really tanky. Spirit Vessel trying to drain the regen coming from BZZ. They're gonna buy back onto 1. Nongrata pulls back in that Doom. Another great Ice Path coming out from DNZ, catching on to absolutely everybody, and rooted to the ground is this Morphling, who's eventually going to be brought down as well, unless, no, he gets a switch over, but the Spirit Vessel again chasing DM, finds his man, roots him down, and gets the kill.
Very clutch plays from DNZ. Couple of good Ice Paths, Macroplier before that, and he's so farmed. He has a Spirit Vessel, Mana Boots, 23 minutes on position 5 Jakiro. That's insane. And this item cripples both Morphling and the Doom. Also CK, he can't lifesteal. He has 2 abilities that he can lifesteal with. And DM gets another kill on Valor. He had to use a buyback in the previous fight. This opens up the Roche. Lifestealer with the DD. I don't think they can contest it. They have no black hole, no Doom. Can't really take a fight.
Really impressive stuff coming out from Winstrike, man. And yeah, you know, that's one of the things I was going to mention earlier, but this game has just been going so fast I couldn't even talk about it. It feels so good as that Jakiro just to like walk into a lane, drop a macro pyre, throw out the dual breath, and he actually ended up taking the attack range talent instead of the spell amplification, so he can even hit those liquid fires from further away and get pressure onto the tower without being in that much worry of dying. All a bunch of cool stuff coming from the Jakiro this game. And Nongrata will spot out BCZ and Vanscore. They'll get the silence onto him. And Silent actually in a little bit of trouble. They do not have Doom for 25 more seconds, which means because they used the Soulbind, they won't have double Doom. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, their damage is actually really low. You have Ember Spirit who does not want to hit Roshan like that. Hype it up, Gabe.
They're looking for it, the double Remnant forward. They find their mans, and Milan gets the toss back, catches onto both of them. G running for the hills, but they will eventually chase him down. G switching over into Milan, trying to get the toss back, the avalanche, but it's all for naught as everybody dies, and, well,
Pretty
they didn't have Black Hole.
This fight did not last for that long. At least Valor is gonna pick up 2 bounty runes. Are they gonna even finish that Roche? They need more damage. Lifestealer. Someone needs to pop pop Roshan's Lincoln so he can use the open wounds.
I know. Get over there, buddy. What you doing? DM was in there before. It took him a while. All right, Valhor, now's your time. Make the play. Jump into Roche. They have vision. I mean, they're TPing back in. They're actually taking forever with this Roche. And Score moving into position. Roche still falling. The toss, the throw in 1, the Black Hole. It catches on to 3, but they already got the Aegis. It's actually 4, and they actually pull Milan out of the Black Hole, which eventually means they will kill off Milan. They'll take down Jakiro also, but Ember gets out.
I love to see this. This is a great combo. Grimstroke showing vision with Stroke of Fate, then he tosses the Centaur in. Enigma with the good Black Hole. They managed to kill 3. Where's that Aegis? Yeah, DM still has it.
So that was the thing though. So Morphling had to get the vision of the Tiny to morph into him.
Yeah.
Also. That's crazy.
They have a good vision. They have... they could see the entrance to the Roche pit. Oh. Pretty chaotic game. A lot of mistakes from both teams. Like if you see a team that has 16k net worth advantage, you don't expect them to actually die that much.
Right. It's true. And I mean, granted, there are only 4 kills in this game for Old But Gold, but each of them has been like, I think there's been a bunch of the core kills. How many times has Ember died? Ember's only died once. Okay, and then we did see Silent go down 3 times. What about the Bat Rider? He's died 3 times.
Well, Illidan
so
is
it's
there
mostly
to
been
actually even those numbers, 10 deaths on him.
That's fair. Hence the lead. He's going for Assange.
Sick. I mean, he could grab Heaven's Halberd, but I don't think that's going to be extremely effective, even though I'm a big fan of that item when you're playing against heroes who rely on dealing physical damage by just right-clicking. But the thing about Lifestealer is he has magical damage. Illidan.
Yeah. We all knew it was coming. TP out, not going to happen. Well, that is a 17,000 gold lead, and it looks like Winstrike now feeling comfortable. Marching on up to high ground. Ooh, missed the ice path there. Black Hole off cooldown 50 seconds if they can wait it out. Seems like it'd be pretty tough to do, though.
Yeah, ideally you would want to have Aegis on a Lifestealer so he can siege freely. Now they have double Doom.
Not bad. The chase forward. Double Malefice as well. Gee, they're the double adaptive strike. Double trouble. Can they kill them all up? It looks like they will, at least onto 1. And now running down this Lifestealer as well. Can't find the deny there. And DM left completely alone, but is just going to be able to get the remnant out. Tries to walk away. The slowdown comes. Catch on to Nagrata. Find the catch as well there as the ice path off the mark as they went the reality rift, pulling them back out of position. Now seeing if they can run down DNZ. Oh, but Gold making it work. Can they break the TP? No. But still, they hold high ground, burn through the Aegis. Not bad.
They're gonna deward this ward, which is in their base. Illidan had to use a buyback there, but they executed this combo pretty nice. And I guess Doom just needed to get a Blink Dagger. He was kind of forced to build these team fighting items, drums, pipe, because there's a ton of magical damage on side of Winstrike, and with Blink Dagger pickup, it's so much easier to execute it.
Playing around with G right now. DM, though, needs to get out of there, able to dodge the silence that came out from Band Score, and that keeps him alive.
Yeah, and Lifestealer finally realizes that he needs to build the Lincoln Sphere in this game. I think he maybe even needed to get it a bit before just skip the medallion and get that Lincoln, because they don't have too much stuff to pop the Lincolns with. You have Adaptive Strike, CK Stun, Malefice. It's not that easy.
They find one. It's a decent one on this Enigma. He doesn't die as of yet. Throws down that Midnight Pulse and the Malefice, but he will eventually go down. Has buyback. If they wanted to go high ground, it might be a little bit too scary there as Illidan pops his ultimate, runs away. Have the Lincoln Sphere onto Silent.
Good ice
Gonna keep
pack.
him survivable. And Illidan will eventually go down. Gets the blink away there. Milan not able to find the Doom. So they take down 2 heroes from Old But Gold. I still think that if they try and go high ground, it might be a bit too scary with a black hole on potential buyback. And then also having
They have
double
combo
Doom
again. In 15 seconds, Enigma has a buyback. They know CK used one in the previous fight, so that means they're gonna be able to take this fight 4 versus 5 for almost a minute.
Smoke up, moving into position. They have the double Doom. They need to wait for that Lincoln Sphere to be off of Silent, and they go for the break right there. Doesn't break it because of the rage, so Silent doing a good job there. And if they latch on to anybody right now, it's going to be DNZ. So they do find one. There's going to be the catch, but they get the invis. The Doom connects only onto one, though, because they threw the Lincoln Sphere onto Silent. That keeps him alive. And G trying to chase G if they can run down this Lifestealer. It's only the Jakiro right now that's doomed, and that might not be good enough, but they do have the Enigma who ends up going down, has buyback, is going to be forced to use it now. They TP in with the Grimstroke, finding themselves another. This is onto the Doom. They need to be careful, though, because the follow-up black hole that could come out in a second would be traumatic, and it looks like they're going to be able to dodge away from it again. So
It's time to
Winstrike,
go back.
get out.
Winstrike forced 3 buybacks in that fight. Cute little play from Ember Spirit after he sees that there's a latch on 2 targets from a Soulbind. He just used it immediately on a Lifestealer.
And that's the way that this stuff kind of has to go, unless you time it like absolutely perfectly with the Grimstroke and the Doom.
Yeah.
He should be able to get that off.
Ideally, you would want to have another hero who can initiate or at least create some kind of a chaos that can go in and out, but in this game they don't have that hero.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, maybe one of those people would be like traditionally a CK or something that can kind of stand tall and not be afraid of dying, but that clearly has not been the case for Illidan in this game. Been relegated to that sort of position 3 mark. Actually, position 4 now, if we're going to be honest. It's below the Enigma. But they're set up down here bottom again.
His position,
Ready to party.
His position 3 from the bottom.
Right. There you go. Good call, man. Look at Nongrata. He finds the Enigma in the base, basically. Oh, Nongrata made the play of the day. And that's no buyback for Enigma. That's it. I don't think they can hold anymore. Vanscore is going to get tossed back in. They pull him down. And they're going to go out with Tremble, it feels like.
Yeah, it feels like this game is completely over. They used 2 buybacks on these heroes, and pretty much no one on their side has a buyback right now. Yep, if they just grab a kill, double damage on this Tiny, 380 damage, even though he does not have the highest attack speed. 2 set of Raxes, they're pinging out tier 4s, and it feels like OBG kind of giving up. They're just sitting at the fountain.
Yeah. And you would love to be able to wait it out another round for, you know, the black hole, but with 30 seconds left, they're going to have to make something happen before then. And Old But Gold, possibly a last stand here. Can they hold? They need 25 more seconds until the black hole's back up. They're even baiting out the courier right now, trying to pull some detention away from the throne as they will force down Illidan yet again, trying to kill off this CK. They burned through all of his illusions. 2-second stun does not have buyback either. And now they got the root onto BZZ. Enigma back up in 8 seconds. But Winstrike playing this one safe. They're hitting the tier 4 towers. And now going back for the throne. Old But Gold just trying to hold. And they do have the rage coming out from this Morph lane, trying to take down the position 4 Morph. Or rather, Tiny, but it's not happening. 32,000 net worth lead. They have the Enigma back up. Winstrike playing a little bit more safe now. As Velhor is looking for that opening. He's going to TP over to the back of the base, actually. See if he can find them from the retreat side. And jumps forward, gets the black hole. No! It hits on a nobody! Oh, Velhor, it's not going to be good enough. He had the BKB, but it's not there. And now the turnaround. Can they find anything else at all? Yule Scepter lift up. G wanting to chase Manta Styles to pull away, but they eventually catch him with the lasso and will take down this Morphling. GG called.
Yeah, that was sneaky play coming out from Enigma, but at this point it really did not matter because Everyone on side of Winstrike had a buyback there. They were playing way better in game number 1 around the timings. They go all in, try to finish the game because they know the Roche is gonna spawn in the next minute and a half maybe. So